We'll just turn over to you, Abby, and just tell us, you see the scoreboard and you see the number 1 next to your name, and what's going through your mind? What's the first thing you thought of? What's going through your mind at that time?
When I saw the 1 next to my name, it kind of was just a huge relief of, oh my gosh, I did it, came to my mind. But I mean, it's something that I've been working for this entire year, is for that race, and just to have the success or the hard work pay off is just incredible.
Cole, do you want to say anything?
I'm very proud of her. I'm from Omaha originally, so coming back here and having this big support group in the crowd, having my family here to witness this, and my friends from high school, that type of thing was pretty cool. And she's worked very hard and earned it.
Go to Dan.
Hey, congratulations, Abby. Hey, Coach, this message question for you, Coach. What have you seen from Abby, the way she navigated the prelims as the number 1 seed, the semis as the number 1 seed, and then she obviously won? I mean, do you have any thoughts on just how masterful she was as a 19-year-old? That consistently, number 1 in this competition.
Abby's been in the heat of battle before in international competitions, and she's stepped up a number of times, so she knows what the pressure is like. But this meet, I think, is unlike any other. I think you can ask Michael Phelps and Monty that in terms of pressure, but I think she just maintained her head and maintained good awareness going into her races, and didn't overthink it, and just executed a race plan that we had worked on for a long time. We do very specific training that indicated that she would be close to those times, and so those were kind of the expectations coming in. We really can't control the competition, but we could kind of isolate her race strategy, and that's all we kind of focused on going in.
Go ahead, Dan.
Abby, can you just talk about the field in this event? I mean, the relay spots are on the line. It was such a fast event that Missy and Natalie didn't even make it back in the final, and you've got so many Olympians in that mix hungry for getting a spot in the relay. What was it like just being a part of a field of that kind of magnitude? It doesn't happen in all the races.
Yeah. I mean, I know all of those girls in that field, so I've raced them before. I've raced a lot of fast swimmers before. You just gotta stay in your own lane, stay in your own head, I was just there to do what I trained to do, and it's a lot of fun, like I said, like Coley said, this meet is unlike any other meet that I've been to pressure-wise. I've been to Worlds, I've been, international meets, I've been to Grand Prix and everything in between, and I'll tell you, before that race there was different vibes going on, but it was a ton of fun, and it's always good to race with those girls. Anyone that's any sort of competition, we push each other to the end of that race.
Stefano.
Next step will be in Rio, the wall of 52 seconds, and it's possible to beat the Australian and European girls.
What was it? Yeah, my goal was 52 at this meet. I didn't reach that personal goal of that time, but I know I'm capable of it, and I'm gonna hopefully be there to put up a fight in Rio for that. And obviously the Australians, and they've already reached that goal, but I've still got some time to get there. It's coming up quick, but I know I can do that. And relay-wise, I think we're gonna put up a really good fight.
So Abby, we talked a little bit this week about your decision to defer going to Cal. Was that decision validated already, or was tonight really the night when you knew that you made the right choice?
I already knew that I made the right choice. My career in swimming has already, skyrocketed just by deferring from Cal, just staying with Coley here. I know it was the right decision, but for sure, seeing the hard work paying off and seeing the deferment pay off was a huge, relief, and it's just a huge weight off my shoulders, and I'm super excited about it. I know it was the right choice.
And then also, you're the top U.S. sprinter now. What's the pressure of kind of leading the U.S. sprinters into Rio at a time when it's not the strongest event, and then also being the anchor on a medley relay, which at this point looks like it could be pretty good with the times we've seen this week?
Yeah, I know that we have some work to do relay-wise for the 4 free relay for women against, all the Australians, but like I said, I think we're going to put up a good fight, the different energy you get when you're at big meets, and I know I have a lot more in me. I'm sure Simone has a lot more in her, and the same with the other girls, Amanda and Leah and everybody else on that relay. I know we have a lot more in us, so I think that'll be a great race. It'll be really fun, and being the anchor on the medley relay, I've always been a relay swimmer, and I love it. I like the pressure of it. I think it's fun. I think they're awesome, and I'm super excited.
So Abby, you carry the title of Olympian now, as of tonight. When was the first time you ever thought that you could possibly be an Olympian?
That's hard to say. I never really had time to stop and think about it. Probably when I made the national team in 2014, I got that 4th spot in the 100 free at nationals, made the relay for worlds and everything. That's when I knew, well, if this was trials, I'd be on the team. So that's when I really knew I had my shot, and breaking the American record, short course, then decided to defer, and everything kind of fell into place.
Another one for Coach. I think 7 of the 8 50 splits in this race were under American record pace. What did you think about how fast all the girls went out in that race? And maybe how that race was competed at?
Yeah, I knew going in that Abby had her work cut out for her. That was a very seasoned heat, loaded with Olympic gold medalists, American record holders, in various events too. But I knew that they wouldn't succumb to the pressure either. I realized that Abby has some pretty good front-end speed. We planned that most of the girls in the heat would go out and try to stay with her and then come back on her back end. But she was out at a world record pace, which she has been before. And at about 75-meter mark, when the rest of the heat started to catch up, she started to make a move and made a really good push towards the finish. It was one of the better finishes I've seen her do, but like she said, I think there's a little bit more in the tank. I think we can flirt with that 53 there.
Thank you both. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.